We can't assume our private information stays private, especially while overseas, where rules are sometimes different. And that was the case for Mariah Gladstone when she caught the eye of an airline employee while traveling this fall. Looking back, she has a message for anyone who might be at risk too, just by giving up essential information on a boarding pass.
Cybersecurity. It's always in the back of our minds as consumers and always at the forefront of headlines. As more systems come under attack, the cost to remedy becomes crippling. But what about the emotional toll it takes on you?
Yeah, the trip was great.
Kalispell local Mariah Gladstone is no stranger to traveling abroad. This fall, she visited Portugal with a friend, having the time of her life. But from it, a chilling souvenir at the Casablanca airport in Morocco.
Unbeknownst to me, there was an airline employee that took my information off of the computers and then used it about 5 days later to contact me.
The airline employee then used a popular app called WhatsApp to strike up a conversation.
I knew immediately that it should be reported.
So she did the very thing that a social media savvy person would do: make a public post about it.
I was in the Casablanca airport on Monday, December 2nd, and one of your employees took my number off of your system and used it to message me on WhatsApp.
Then something she never anticipated happened next.
Yeah, it spiraled quickly into something that got shared in Morocco, and I started to be bombarded with tons of harassing and insulting and threatening messages.
Post after post on social media, people she didn't even know from around the world insulting her and threatening her life.
I put my Instagram on private and I've deleted over 1,000 follow requests from that.
Her personal information and social identity had been compromised. Not only was her information shared without her consent, but it begs the question, what was the airline workers' intent?
You and I can have all kinds of formal policies and procedures in place, but if someone has malicious intent, perhaps they will find a way to get around that.
Brian Gurney teaches cybersecurity at MSU Billings.
You have to play some defense in order to protect yourself.
Even if we are mindful about protecting identity abroad, he says in the days of hashtags and likes, do we even think about locking down our social media accounts?
Minimizing what you do on social media, being aware of your surroundings.
Even still, we wanted to know the airline's policy, if any, for taking a traveler's personal information. MTN Investigates reached out to Royal Air Maroc, but our inquiries for comment were left unanswered. However, Mariah did hear back, with the airline official telling her this.
Then they simply said, "Hello, Mariah. We apologize for the inconvenience caused. We will investigate thoroughly the issue you have raised and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a good day."
Months after the fact, Mariah still has no idea if that airline employee was reprimanded for his actions.
That type of behavior should have consequences.
But after having her grievance and social identity put on display, she has a few things to share for the next adventure seeker.
I think that there is a lot that we can do to make sure that our social media, for one, is locked down and protected, and we're friends with only people that we know.
Upon taking a closer look at the terms and conditions on Royal Air Maroc's website, MTN Investigates found no details regarding the airline's own responsibility for handling the personal information of its travelers, something major airlines like Delta and United do choose to disclose online. For MTN Investigates, I'm Andrea Lutz.